Hi everyone, today we're going to be having a little look at our personal development plan. So if you have a little look on Moodle and scroll down, you can see personal development plan here. I've put it at the end of Unit 1 because this is something that we're going to be developing over the year. So if we have a little look in there, you will see an example and a template. Okay, so this is your template that you're going to be using, which you can fill in. And the example is me just giving you a little help to show you what yours needs to be looking like. So when completing your personal development plan, you need to consider short, medium and long-term goals for yourself and then later on for your business. So these are things that you can review frequently, something that can be done every few months, and then some may be reviewed yearly. And you need to visit this a couple of times throughout the next year, like I said, and set yourselves goals for yourself, for school, and then for the business that you have chosen as well. You need to be looking at the skills that you need to be a good entrepreneur. So I've given you some examples here. So for example, to gain a qualification in business is one of the first things that I've put in there. You hope to achieve a business BTEC certificate. You want to do this because you want to get into college to continue your studying. You could say something about why you took business there if you wanted to. If you're not able to complete it, you might not be able to get into continue further education. Your completion date will be the end of year 11. Your review date, so towards the end of year 10, you might want to review this, make sure you're on target. And your second review date might be sort of halfway through year 11, making sure that you're on target there. So that's one example. Another thing that you could pop in there is having a look at your skills audit. So if you have got it, brilliant. If you haven't, you could just have a little look at the one of the blank ones and sort of think which ones that you put red or yellow. So for example, if you're not very good with your time management, you could put something about time management in there because that's a skill that you would need and a very good skill to have when it comes to business. Okay, so you could have a little look at time management. You could have a little look at some of these where it says about, are you confident explaining new concepts and ideas? So that's obviously a really big one when it comes to business. So just have a little look at some of the skills that you may not be very confident with, and you can pop them into your personal development plan, and hopefully then you will review it and you will be more confident towards the end of year 11. Then we've got some of the business plans that you will be looking at. So for example, if you're opening a cafe, you might need to have a food hygiene certificate. Okay, so you're hoping to get the certificate to acknowledge that your food hygiene is good. You need it to be able to open your new cafe. Otherwise, you'll have a breach of health and safety guidance. So completion date, you need to have it completed before opening the venue. You need to check that it's complete because it lasts 3 years, so then you need to review it in 2025 when you need a new one. And then you might want to look at things in your 2-year plan. So within that 2-year plan, you might have something like recruiting a new part-time member of staff, and you can fill these in sort of like a short-term one, that one would be. Hopefully planning with this, even though it's a short-term plan, hopefully you'll end up with long-term benefits because you would have recruited a really good member of staff who is going to stay with you for a while. So there's a couple of different things in there that you need to be thinking, okay? So your own personal goals for school, your own personal skills that you're going to relate to business, and then what kind of goals you need in your business. So for today, you could do, say, 2 or 3, and then in a couple of weeks' time, you could add a couple more, when you know a bit more about what business you're doing, etc. And just make sure that you're continuously updating this document. So you need to be doing this personal development plan here.